Hey guys, Trainer DC here, coming at you with another video. Earlier today, we got what is going to be our final trailer for Pokemon Legends ZA's DLC being Mega Dimension, which is coming out in a week's time. It's supposed to come out next Wednesday, being December 10th. And today's trailer did the same thing that the other trailer for Legends ZA Mega Dimension did a few weeks back. It revealed to us one brand new Mega Evolution, and I'll get into my thoughts on just the DLC as a whole a little bit later in the video, but today's new Mega is pretty substantial to say the least. If you guys haven't seen the news yet, we got Mega Lucario Z revealed to us today, which is a Pokemon that is of intrigue for a couple of reasons. Number one, it already has a Mega Evolution, right? And this is something that happened in a part of the data mine for Legends ZA when we found out all 16 Megas that are going to be in the DLC. Card above to that video if you haven't seen it yet. 3 of the Pokemon that were leaked to be getting new Megas already have a Mega Evolution, being Lucario, Garchomp, and Absol, which I found rather odd that they would be giving these Pokemon Mega Evolution Z forms, because obviously we have X and Y forms for Charizard, Mewtwo, and now Raichu respectively, right? We never got a Z form, and I really presume that would be something that wasn't going to happen, because the only 2 Pokemon that logically made sense for Z forms would be Charizard and Mewtwo, since they already had X and Y forms, but they're giving Lucario, Garchomp, and Absol a Mega Evolution Z form, which again is rather confusing. The second thing here is design-wise, and we'll get into later how Mega Evolution Zs are going to function, because they're going to have a little bit of a different gameplay mechanic than your typical Mega Evolution. But just going off of this design right here, I mean, this thing looks absolutely sick. When I first saw that they were giving Lucario, Absol, and Garchomp another Mega Evolution, I kind of was scratching my head at it and not the biggest fan of it, just because I felt like I'd rather see more new Pokemon get Mega Evolutions as opposed to revisiting Pokemon you've already given Megas to. I completely take that comment back, because this Mega Evolution is sick, and I don't necessarily think it's better. Here's a little image on the Japanese site you can see comparing it to Mega Lucario regular. I don't necessarily think that Mega Lucario Z is better than Mega Lucario, nor do I think that Mega Lucario is better than Mega Lucario Z. I think these are both amazing Megas that stand on their own, and in terms of Mega Lucario Z, I think it looks a lot more Anubis-like. Obviously, Lucario is a Pokemon that is based off of the Egyptian god Anubis, and I think that this new Mega Evolution looks a lot more ancient Egypt inspired than Mega Lucario does otherwise. The one thing I'll say about this is it stays a fighting steel type, which this typing to me doesn't make all that much sense anymore. Like, yes, if you look at its design, obviously it's a fighting type just based on the pose alone. It's still a steel type, because as you can see, there's these little steel circles throughout its body. But to me, looking at this design, it looks a lot more like either a fighting psychic type or more likely a fighting dark type. Like, this thing does not scream fighting steel to me anymore. So I find it a little bit curious that this time around for ZA, the Pokemon that have gotten multiple Mega Evolutions being Raichu, obviously Lucario here, we don't really know yet for Absol and Garchomp if this is going to remain true. But I find it just odd that Mega Raichu X and Y are both pure electric types. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Wouldn't you want to differentiate the two from each other? Like, Mega Raichu X here looks like a fighting type, and then if you want to make this a regular electric type for Y, that's perfectly fine. But when you think about like Mega Charizard X to Mega Charizard Y, Mega Charizard X is a fire dragon type, Mega Charizard Y is a fire flying type. It keeps the regular Charizard typing. And even for Mewtwo, which we'll get more on Mewtwo later in this video, Mewtwo's Mega Evolutions, Mega Mewtwo X is a psychic fighting type, Mega Mewtwo Y is just a pure psychic like regular Mewtwo. It would make sense to differentiate the 2 Raichus and now the 2 Lucarios, and for some reason they're not doing that. So I'm very curious to see if Garchomp and Absol actually get different typings to further differentiate themselves from the regular Mega Evolution forms for those Pokemon. As I said before, I think this design is absolutely phenomenal. It complements Mega Lucario and doesn't really detract from it. And I feel like all of the Pokemon that have gotten 2 Megas thus far, neither is really bad or that much better than the other. Like, Mega Charizard X is the cooler of the 2, but Mega Charizard Y isn't bad. Mega Mewtwo Y is the cooler of the 2, but Mega Mewtwo X isn't bad. With the Raichus, I like both of them. I have to see them in game to determine which I like better, and same thing for Lucario. So you might be wondering, Trainer DC, is there any reason why this is called Mega Lucario Z and not just Mega Lucario X or Y or whatever the case may be? And it says here it's called Mega Lucario Z in order to differentiate it from the previously discovered Mega Lucario, so you would think the answer is no. But if you scroll down the site a little bit more, it says introducing Z Mega Evolution. Z Mega Evolutions such as Mega Lucario Z need less time to fire off moves after receiving an order, but Z Mega Evolutions also burn through Mega Power very quickly, making them less suited for long battles, so try to settle matches as fast as possible. So it seems like these Z Mega Pokemon are going to actually function differently compared to regular Mega Evolution Pokemon. There's a little video comparing this on the Japanese site, and as you can see, it's significantly faster in landing its move, but also as you can see, it's significantly faster in the amount of time it burns through that Mega Evolution meter. So there's definitely a trade-off here, but it seems that these Pokemon are going to be much faster and you'll be able to land more hits with them, I guess. Well, the one thing that's curious to me actually, it says here that they are able to fire off moves quicker, but do they recharge moves quicker? That's the real question, because if they fire moves off quicker, but then the recharge time is the same, wouldn't that be a detriment to you because you would have more time where you're not attacking then, right? That's something we'll have to wait and see about. But the thing I'm curious about here is, number one, we've never had anything like this where there's a different, mechanic for a different type of Mega Evolution, and there's two things I'm very curious about this. Number one, how is this going to function in future titles? Because it seems like the whole point of this is, they move faster and they're burning through your Mega Meter much quicker. When Pokemon Champions comes out, I'm very curious to see how do they implement that into your traditional turn-based combat. Maybe these Pokemon are slightly more powerful when they Mega Evolve. Maybe they have a little bit more than a 100 bonus to their base stat total. Maybe it's like 110, 120. Or maybe, potentially, the moves are a little bit more powerful when you use them in a turn-based combat system, but then instead of using 1 PP, they use 2 PP per attack. That's possible. But the other thing that I find curious about this as well is this is a brand new type of Mega Evolution, which I think is a cool thing they're doing. I think it's cool to introduce a different type of Mega Evolution mechanic. But what I find odd about it is only 3 Pokemon are going to take advantage of that in Absol, Garchomp, and obviously Lucario. I find it odd that there's not more Pokemon that are going to take advantage of this mechanic, just these 3 Pokemon. And I'm curious as well, where exactly are these Mega Evolutions coming from? Like, why are they being titled Mega Evolution Z's lore-wise, right? Because Mega Evolution X and Y, obviously, there's really no lore significance as to why they're called that. It's just X is for the one that was exclusive to X, and Y is the one that was exclusive to Y. In this case, is there a lore reason why these are dubbed Z? Maybe they have a tie to Zygarde in the Mega Dimension DLC, this alternate Lumio City. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see on all of that. But the last thing we got revealed to us today is not about Mega Lucario Z, but actually Mega Mewtwo. I alluded to this earlier in the video, but Mewtwo is currently being distributed in-game right now. The same thing that we got for Deontay, basically. You go into your mystery gift, you get your Mega Mewtwo X and Y stones, you go to Lysander's Cafe for a little side quest, and then you have to fight Mewtwo, capture it, and then get its 2 Mega Evolution forms. Not a whole lot to say about this. I think having an event tied to these Pokemon is better than what they used to do, which is just give them to us, but I thought that the Deontay event was pretty lackluster to say the least. It was like at most a 5-minute bonus story, which was really not all that interesting outside of a few pieces of dialogue that were lore building. Those were cool, but otherwise it was a pretty boring thing to play. I haven't touched this yet, so I don't know, maybe this one's a little bit better. But yeah, you can now get Mewtwo in Pokemon Legends ZA, which means the only old Megas we're missing are Rayquazas and Lottie's of the world, which are coming in Mega Dimension along with the Primal forms. So that's pretty much it for our reveal today for Pokemon Legends ZA's DLC Mega Dimension. I will say very briefly that something I touched on in my last video discussing this DLC was I really thought that they needed to show more of it and why you should buy it, which I didn't think they would because Pokemon's marketing is horrible. I've been on the record many times saying that they don't know what they're doing with their marketing. Yes, I know the games sell well, but they could market them so much better, and maybe they'd sell even better if they did that, but that's neither here nor there. The thing is with this DLC is I still don't really know why you should get it outside of if you're a hardcore Pokemon fan like myself. Like, if you're a hardcore Pokemon fan, you're getting it for the new Megas. Like, that's it, right? But if you're not a hardcore Pokemon fan and maybe you just picked up Legends ZA because you thought the Legends series looked cool, or this is your re-entry point into Pokemon and you're not someone who wants to catch them all, I don't see why you should get this. Like, I really don't think from a gameplay standpoint this looks all that much fun. Again, I might change my mind next week when I play it. It might blow me away and maybe this is the best thing since sliced bread. I don't know. I feel like they needed to show more of it and sell people on this game and why they should get it, or get this DLC, I should say, because I've said before, like, my friend's a hardcore Pokemon fan. He has a full living dex with every form, all the gender differences, everything. He's not buying this DLC at launch because he doesn't think it's worth the money. And I think a lot of people are looking at this and saying, why is this $30? Why should I buy this? And I don't really think they've given us that answer which I think is rather unfortunate. I don't think that, you know, revealing a Mega Evolution for Zeraora and another Mega Evolution for Lucario is going to change anyone's mind about whether they're going to get the DLC or not. Like, if you weren't buying it already, I don't think Mega Lucario Z or Mega Zeraora is going to shift your opinion or change your mind on whether you should buy it or not. So I really feel like that is lacking still. Like, I don't know why people should get this DLC because it really does seem kind of lackluster on the content side of things. But again, I could be wrong, but I wish Pokemon would do a better job at marketing their product and showing us why we should get it, but that's neither here nor there. The big thing today, though, is not only did we get a brand new Mega Evolution revealed to us in Mega Lucario Z, but it's a brand new category of Mega Evolution, the new Z Mega Evolutions, and we're going to get 2 more in the not too distant future next week. And not only that, but we get Mega Mewtwo X and Y in Legends ZA today, right now. Anyways, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. What do you guys think about the fact that Mega Lucario Z got revealed? Are you surprised that we're getting yet another Mega Evolution for Lucario? And do you like what you've seen from it? Do you think this is something cool? And also, what do you think about the fact that there's actually a different gameplay mechanic surrounding Mega Lucario Z? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from Trainer DC. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.